So customer integration issues that happen post-deal can start right away. They can start as soon as the press release comes out, the letter of intent is signed. You'll see it pop up on social media. And if you're not ready for what the customers are going to say there in those forums based on understanding who those customers are, yours or the ones that you're acquiring, you can be in a world of hurt trying to react to that. As we move through the transaction and we actually get closer to the actual conversion or operational day one, that 48 to 72 hour period becomes very critical because there's a lot of technology that's moving, a lot of moving parts going on. The core system data conversion doesn't go as fast as we thought, so our branches aren't open, our call center can't look up people's balances. Online banking doesn't come up as soon as we said it would in the welcome packet to our new customers, so that'll then send a trickle effect all the way through email, call centers, and then those call center employees, potentially they're not ready for those calls. They don't know how to escalate the issue. They don't know how to answer the customer's question because maybe we took the easy route on the product side and just grandfathered a bunch of stuff in and they're not equipped to answer those. Also, then what we start to see is that management starts to turn their attention away from this deal and on to the next one. And so we don't have that real focus on making sure that we're keeping these customers. That was a big reason for doing the deal in the first place, and the value that we're ultimately going to get. So what we'd like to see is more of planning up front and more targeted metrics around what are we going to need to do from a retention and keeping these customers as part of our bank going forward.
So minimizing customer disruption is a key thing to focus on as part of a merger and acquisition. The reason for that is you need to know what your customer impact is. Now, the first thing you need to do is plan for it. Understanding your current customer and product portfolio is a key thing to do. And then secondly, you want to start and understand your target customers and their product segmentation. And then lastly, you want to have what's that future state going to look like. You need to know that so you can plan accordingly. Once you have that, all of your plans can kind of fall in line as part of that. The other thing that you want to do is you want to know that not all customers are treated equally. So you need to know who your top tier customers, your second tier customers are, what sort of things that they focus on, what are their product and service portfolio, because you might change your customer and employee communication strategy to them. The other thing that you might do is you might decide on a technology platform that is more relevant for that customer base. And then lastly, the one thing that you want to think about is your customer service. When you have somebody walking into your target bank after legal closing, you want to make sure that your tellers and your bankers can speak intelligently about the product and service portfolio. So you don't want to just say, you got to go to the other bank. So you want to make sure that you have your customer service trained, doing knowledge share, doing other product and service sheets that they can have there, and you want to make sure that they have that up front so your customers are not walking out of a branch feeling like they just got left out.
Retaining customers following a deal is obviously key to the deal in the first place. So ways that banks that have done this before, have gone through this, is during the due diligence or even the planning of the integration is really segmenting those customer bases out. Not all customers are created the same. So understanding where are they touching your bank, which channels are they using so that then you can meet them there and continue to embrace the new bank and the new brand. So that's one way, so putting that plan into place early on. Another way is getting more continued and quick feedback on customer sentiment. So not waiting 30 days for a net promoter score survey to come through, but actually, using some of the more, advanced technology tools that are relatively cost effective to get more immediate sentiment feedback back that you can then put a mitigation plan around if there is something out there. You can also leverage social media. It can work for you as well as against you. Finally, getting your employees up to speed, having them being the ambassador of the new brand, of the new products, of the new bank. So culture is really key there to getting them engaged. And then actually having reporting that's around this, and that's going up to the executive level. So are we maintaining those retention metrics and those customer satisfaction metrics that we set out as part of the deal, and then course correcting as we need.